Hello students. Today we are going to study the next chapter, new chapter, chapter 3, partition values. Now you are familiar with the average. In 10th standard you studied about the different values, arithmetic mean, mode and median, etc. The procedure. Now in this chapter you are going to study about the different values. Now what is a partition value that you are going to study? The procedure of dividing the data into equal parts is called partitioning. So partitioning means parting, dividing. That is to make parts. So the procedure of dividing the data into equal parts. Now what is data? You have studied the different numbers given in a systematic order. For some purpose it is known as data. So this data is divided into different uh, values or different parts, that is known as partitioning, and values dividing the data into required numbers of equal parts are called partition value. So in this para you have to keep in two things in mind, that is what is partitioning and what is partition values. So partitioning means dividing the data into equal parts. Partition value means values dividing the data into required number of equal parts. So in the class 10, you have already studied about the measure of central tendency, that is arithmetic mean, median, mode. Median is the value of middlemost observation in the data when the observations are arranged in increasing or decreasing values. Increasing or decreasing value means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is in increasing. And decreasing means 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, decreasing. In this way, you have to arrange the values, then you will be able to calculate it. What is the in the data. Now, like median, quartiles, decile and percentiles are also partition values. Since they are dividing the given set of observation into equal numbers of parts, in general, they are referred as fractals. Partition value forms a part of descriptive statistics. So it describes. Now why we need this partition? Why we need this partitioning and partition value, that we are going to discuss. The data consists of extreme values on the lower side and also on the higher side is magnitude. So the data that consists extreme values on the lower side and also the higher side in magnitude. Such values are known as outliers. Outliers means what it is? The data which consists extreme value on the lower side and also on the higher side in magnitude, means it may be in the lower side or higher side. So it is known as outliers. Average used for such data often misinterprets its representative values. Sometimes what happens when we calculate, the values may be misrepresent or misintercepts. Now, to avoid this, to overcome this, generally the partition value like median, quartile, deciles and percentiles are used. You can see that is Q2 is equal to Q2 is equal to D5 is equal to P50. These all value is equal to median. So Q2 means quartile 2, D5 means decile 5, P50 means percentile 50 is equal to median. These all values will be the same. Now you may be not familiar with what is quartiles or decile or percentage. We are going to study about it. Just for an means knowledge, I said that it is written that Q2 is equal to D5 is equal to P50. Okay. Now quartiles. Quartiles are the values of data which divide the whole sets of observation into 4 equal parts. So quartile means quarter, means 1/4. 1/4 is mentioned as quartile. So that we know that, or everybody knows, they're dividing 4 equal parts. When we divide anything into 4 equal parts, it is mentioned as quartile. Now, divide the data into 4 equal parts and we have to arrange in ascending or descending order. As I mentioned you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. In any way you have to arrange, then you will be able to know the values. So there, you can see a number line in the slide with the arrow in the two ends. And you can see the number written 1, 2, 3, 4. So this means this line is divided into 4 equal parts. In that, Q1, Q2, Q3. Q4 is not given because Q4 is the total value. These 4 parts are there. So the fourth part, if it is 4, fourth part it is 4, the first part will become, quartile will become 1, Q2 will become 2, Q3 will become 3. This is understood. When a thing is divided into 4 equal parts, the quartile is 1, the first quartile is 1, second quartile is 2, and third quartile is 3. This is understood. For now we have some formulas to calculate the quartiles. For individual and ungrouped data, we get the formula for Q1, Q2 and Q3 as given below. It is Q1. Now we have to calculate Q1 is equal to size of I into n plus 1 upon 4th observation. Now, I, you can give the values. If Q1, you can give the value of I1. If Q2, you can give the value of I2. If Q3, you can give the value of I3. Now for group data, another formula is given, that is Q1 is equal to L plus in the bracket I upon n minus Cf divided by F into H. Again, I represent 1, 2, 3 means you can, if it is Q2 is asked, you have to change the value of I in that way. Now what is this L? L is the lower limit of the quartile. You can see that. Lower limit of the quartile class. F, frequency of the quartile class. Cf, cumulative frequency of the class preceding the quartile class. N, total of frequency. H, upper limit minus lower limit of quartile C. This is for grouped or continuous. This formula is for grouped or continuous data. In this, L represents lower limit. When we put on the numbers in the preceding part, we will come to understand what is this value. ये value के बारे में L क्या है, F क्या है, CF और N and H ये फॉर्मूला में क्या क्या रिप्रेजेंट करते वो आपको जब अपन कैलकुलेट करते समझ में आएंगे. शेड्यूल दिया है. Now we are going with the solved examples. You can see in the solved examples, calculate Q1 and Q3 of the first semester examination marks scored by the students as given. Students examination में जो marks score किया है उसका हमको quartile Q1 और Q3 का calculation करना है. Now numbers दिया है 40, 85, 84, 83, 82, 69, 68, 65, 64, 55, 45. इतना numbers दिया है. ये कितना numbers है ये सब मिलके the numbers 11 है. 11 numbers दिया है. Okay. This is the first semester examination marks. Now सबसे पहले क्या करना है, solution दिया है, arrange the series in ascending order. मतलब सबसे smallest value first करके आपको ascending order में arrange करना है. जो क्वेश्चन में दिया है 40, 85, 84, 83 ये दिया है. अब सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू कौन सा है 40. सो वो सबसे पहले लिख दिया 40. फिर ए डेटा में सेकंड स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू है 45. तो हमने असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में अरेंज करने के लिए 45 लिखा, फिर 55, 64, 65, 68, 69, 82, 83, 84, 85. So इस तरह से ascending order, we have arranged the data into ascending order and the total number of observation we have taking, that is 11 observation is there. Now how to calculate the quartile? Q1 for the individual data we have discussed the formula, that is Q1 is equal to size of I into n plus 1 upon fourth observation. इंडिविजुअल डाटा के लिए जो फॉर्मूला अपन ने यूज किया है, दैट इज साइज ऑफ मीन्स Q1, अगर I if it is Q1 1 we will put up n plus 4 upon n plus 1 upon 4 observation. Now ये total observation कितना है 11. So what we wrote it, Q1 is equal to size of 11 plus 1 upon 4. तो 11 plus 1 upon 4 कितना हुआ नीचे की तरफ, it become 12 divided by 4. 12 को 4 से डिवाइड कर देते हैं, we got what? We got 3. Okay, we got the third observation. So the size of the third observation लेना है. Size of the third observation देखो, जब when we arrange the data in ascending order 40, 45, 55. So third observation कौन सा है 55. So Q1 it is 55. Got? This is very simple. So Q1 को 55 number दिया. So quartile 1 is 55. In the same way, we are going to calculate the Q3. When we calculate Q3, Q3 is equal to size of third, that is 3 into n plus 1 upon 4. Now Q3 is equal to 3 into n is equal to कितना है 11 plus 1 12 divided by 4. So we got what? 3 into 3. 12 divided by 4 we know 3. So 3 into 3 we got. Now the 3 into 3, what is the number? It is 9. So 3 into 3 is 9. Now ninth number in the observation which it is 83. You can count from the ascending order and descending order. The ninth observation you can see it is what it is? It is 83. So Q3 is equal to what is the number? 83. Q3 is equal to 83. Got? So this is the for the individual data. Now we are going to study about the discrete data. Discrete data means the data which is arranged, which is not only the numbers or marks given, the income and how many persons are getting that income that is given. So when we arrange this observation in ascending or descending order, then we have to calculate the first we have to calculate the numbers. The question given in the slide it is Q1 and Q2, Q3. Again you have to calculate the Q1 and Q3 from the following data. The income of persons are given. The income it is given in lakhs. The income is given in lakhs. So you can see 5, 4, 9, 12, 6 and 10. So this is the income given. And the income that is received by the persons, that is 5 it is 8 persons. For 4 it is 6. 9 lakh is get for 12. 12, 8, 15, 6. 6, 9 and 10 it is 10. Now you can see this. We have to arrange again this data in the ascending form. So 5, 4, the income is given 5, 4, 9, 12, 15, 6, 10. So we have to smallest one 4. 6, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 12 and 15 we arranged. And accordingly the number of persons also we arranged. Got this first two column, income in lakhs, number of person. Income is given as X, number of person as F. Now cumulative frequency we have to calculate. Cumulative frequency means we have to add one data, means one number, the persons. See that you can see in the slides in the schedule, that is 6, first one, cumulative frequency of 6, 4 person,
4 lakh 6%, that is 6. For number of person, 6 plus 8, 14. So the second column you get 14. Then 14 plus 9, 23. 23 plus 12, 35. 35 plus 10, 45. 45 plus 8, 53. 53 plus 6, 59. So the total number you got 59. Now, in which observation it is lying, that we have to calculate. Q1 is equal to size of n plus 1 upon 4th observation. Number is 59. 59 plus 1, it is 60. 60 divided for 4, it is 15. Now, the size of 15th observation lies in 23. How? See that cumulative frequency, you can see the last column 6, 14, 23. So, in 14, 15 will come? No. So, which cumulative frequency the 15 will come? It will come in 23. So, the cumulative frequency is 23 and the income is 6 lakh. So, the quartile it is 6 lakh. 6 lakh is the quartile. Okay. Now, in the same way, we are calculating Q3 also. The size of third observation, that is Q3. 3 into n plus 1 divided by 4, that is 59. 3 into 59 plus 1 divided by 4. 3 into 60 divided by 4. The answer comes 3 into 15 observation. So, Q3 is equal to 3 into 15th observation, it is 45. The size of 45 observation lies in which number? 45. In cumulative frequency column, in the slide you can see 45 number. So, the third quartile lies in 45 and the observation class it is there. What it is? 10 lakh is given. So, 10 lakh is the Q3. So, Q1 is 6 lakhs and Q3 is 10 lakhs. These two. So, we studied about the discrete data and individual data. Now, we are going to study about the continuous data. Continuous data means the series come means 1 to 5, how many is there? 2 to 3, how many is like that. So, it is a continuous series. It means 1 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, like that the class will come. So, we are saying that that is continuous. What we have to do in this? In this we have to just go for the continuous data, arrange the data in ascending or descending order. We know it. Before only we know we have to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Write respective frequency of the class. Find out cumulative frequency that we have done in 3 columns. We have did it. Determine the quartile class. We have to determine the quartile class. Then only we will be able to arrange it. Now see that the formula is given. Again, what is discussed before, again it is discussed because many of the students may be not knowing how to calculate it. आपको ये कैलकुलेशन नहीं आता तो सेम थिंग फिर से लिया गया है. जो फॉर्मूला है पहले जो एक्सप्लेन किया है वही एक्सप्लेन किया है आपको, आपका ज़्यादा जानकारी के लिए. आपको डिफिकल्टीज आना नहीं, इसलिए फिर से वही डाटा फॉर्मूला एक्सप्लेन किया है. Q1 को क्या है? n/4 और Q3 को 3 into n/4, 3n/4. Now, for the continuous data formula दिया है L plus bracket in/4 minus CF divided by F into H. इसमें L लोअर लिमिट ऑफ क्वार्टाइल क्लास, ध्यान से रखना, ये पढ़ाई करके रखना पड़ेगा तभी आपको फॉर्मूला अप्लाई कर सकते. L लोअर लिमिट ऑफ क्वार्टाइल क्लास, F frequency of the quartile class, CF cumulative frequency. ये 3 आपने स्टडी किया अच्छे से. Now n is equal to number, total number of frequency, H upper limit minus lower limit of the quartile class. Now एक क्वेश्चन ध्यान से देखो. Find out Q1 and Q3 from the following. Rainfall in centimeters given. तो रेनफॉल इन सेंटीमीटर्स को ब्रैकेट में अपन x मान सकते हैं. नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स ये फ्रीक्वेंसी है. 20 टू कंटिन्यूस है, 20 to 30, 20 से 30 तक कितना है, कितना साल है रेनफॉल? सेंटीमीटर में 7 ईयर्स में, 30 to 40 20 ईयर्स, 40 to 50 17 ईयर्स, 50 to 60 6 ईयर्स। इस तरह का डेटा दिया है आपको कैलकुलेट करने के। इसमें से हमको क्वार्टाइल 1 और क्वार्टाइल 3 कैलकुलेट करना है। नाउ यू कैन सी, ये हमने अरेंज किया है इस स्लाइड में। रेनफॉल पहले जो दिया है कंटिन्यूस, वी हैव अरेंज इन द रो कॉलम, दैट इज 20 to 30 कितना है 7, 32। इसमें असेंडिंग डिसेंडिंग ऑर्डर करने का जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि अब हमको असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में ही दिया है 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60। इसको, ये जो फर्स्ट कॉलम को हम लिमिट्स, क्लास लिमिट्स बोलते हैं, दिस इज द क्लास लिमिट्स। और नेक्स्ट इज फ्रीक्वेंसी 7, 20, 70, 6। अभी इसका क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी बनाया, मतलब 7 दिया है पहले, फिर 7 और 20 को प्लस करके हमको 27 मिला है, 27 और 17 प्लस करके 44 मिला है, 44 और 6 को प्लस करके हमको 50 मिला है। तो टोटल नंबर कितना है 50। तो कितना नंबर से n इक्वल टू कितना है 50। नाउ ऑब्जर्वेशन कैलकुलेट करना, क्वार्टाइल 1 के लिए n डिवाइडेड बाय 4, n को 4 से डिवाइड करना, तो n मतलब कितना है इसमें 50, 50 को 4 से डिवाइड किया तो हमको पॉइंट मिला, वैल्यूज मिला है 12.5 ऑब्जर्वेशन। नाउ क्युमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी का कॉलम में देके 12.5 किस में, 7 के अंदर तो नहीं आएंगे, तो नेक्स्ट नंबर कौन सा है 27, तो 12.5 किस में आते हैं 27 में आएंगे। सो अभी उसका क्लास और फ्रीक्वेंसी देखना है, तो वो रेनफॉल फ्रीक्वेंसी कौन सा देखना है, Q1 के लिए 27 क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी का जो कॉलम है उसका देखना है। उसमें फ्रीक्वेंसी कितना है 20, लोअर लिमिट कितना है, दैट इज द लिमिट, दैट इज 30। 20 का लोअर लिमिट कितना है, मीन्स 20 जिसमें आते हैं उसका लोअर लिमिट है 30। सो L इज इक्वल टू कितना है 30, फ्रीक्वेंसी 20। नाउ n is equal to 50. Now h is equal to, what is h, we discussed that what is h means lower limit और upper limit का difference। lower limit कितना है 30, upper limit कितना है 40, दोनों का difference कितना है 10, तो h हमको कितना मिला है 10। Now ये value put up करना है, ये जो value हमने calculate किया है put up, we have to put up this value। So Q1 is equal to L plus 1 n upon 4 minus CF divided by F into H। L is equal to कितना मिला हमको 30, so 30 plus 50 upon 4 minus 7 upon 20 into 10, 30 plus 12.5 minus 7, तो 50 को 4 से डिवाइड करते तो 12.5 we get, and we minus that 7, we got 5.5, you can see 30 plus 5.5 upon 20 into 10। so सबसे पहले हमने जो numbers और CF का जो कैलकुलेशन वो किया है, so we got 5.5। now 5.5 into 10, that is 55, so 30 plus 55 divided by 20। So we divided it in 55 divided by 20 because it is in the bracket. So we divide it by the 20. So 30 plus 2.75 is equal to 32.75. So this is the quartile 1. In the same way, you can calculate the Q3 also. When you calculate Q3, the numbers you have to put over it, the same procedure, you have to write n, you have to write 3 into n. So the only difference that will come is 150 into n that you have to calculate. Got it? In this way, we have here today discussed about the quartile. Next slide, next video, you will study about the deciles and percentiles. So students, today we are going to conclude the lecture with quartiles, the continuous series, calculate it, and the difficulties you have to ask in the Google Classroom, and you can solve this exercise also is given, solved exercise also given in the textbook.